What is going on, No DQ Galaxy? This is Cindy G here, and today's video, this is going to be the prediction video for WWE's Money in the Bank. So joining me here is the certified G himself, Big Geoff. How's it going, and how excited are you for the Money in the Bank?
I'm doing good, Cindy, and as far as Money in the Bank goes, I'm not too excited, but we will see on Sunday.
Oh, yeah. And also joining us is none other than Interstate Kyle. How's it going, and how excited are you?
Oh, man. I wish I could say I'm more excited for this show, but my excitement level is probably about a 5 out of 10, to be perfectly honest. Raw has been so boring. I am personally boycotting Raw until the Universal Championship returns to TV full-time. And let's get this show on the road here.
Yeah, I could have blamed you for, boycotting Raw, so I agree with you for that, because I started just watching the YouTube clip, so I just gave up during the third week, 3 weeks ago. And also, joining us is none other than Stone Cold Grandpa Gary. How's it going? How are you feeling? And how excited are you for Money in the Bank?
Oh, how you guys doing? I'm doing okay. As far as Money in the Bank, I don't know. I've kind of taken a little bit of a hiatus from watching wrestling, and I watched Raw and SmackDown this week, and I wasn't too impressed. I think WWE is bipolar right now. I don't know what's going on with them, so we'll just have to see what's happening. So.
Here we go.
Uh-oh, here comes the comments and dislike button. Oh, well. But anyway, I could agree with you guys, because for that build-up for Money in the Bank has been lackluster, especially for the fact that on the Raw side, it's so bad, the build-up. I don't remember the last time how bad of a build-up Raw is having, for some of the pay-per-views. Pretty much the majority of the Raw brand and pay-per-view from last year. And for SmackDown side, they're doing pretty much better, even though I'm not a fan of some of the build-up they're doing for that. And as I stated in the NXT TakeOver Chicago 2 prediction video, that I'm actually more excited of the NXT TakeOver than Money in the Bank. And for the level of excitement I am, honestly, it's just a 5 out of 10 in my book. So now, you guys, we have 10 matches has been already announced, and one of the matches has been moved to a kickoff pre-show match as of today, this Tuesday. So we're going to go ahead and kick off with the final card here, and it's going to be in no particular order for the main card, but we're going to start off with the kickoff pre-show match, which is the SmackDown Tag Team title match between the champ, the Bludgeon Brothers, versus the Club. So I'm going to have Kyle go first. What are your thoughts of this match, and who are your pick?
Man, this match, I wish I could care more about it, but really, since WrestleMania, the Bludgeon Brothers have not been on TV very consistently, and I have a big problem with that. Heck, the Usos have been on TV more in the last couple of weeks than the Bludgeon Brothers have. And I know Carl Anderson recently got a victory over Luke Harper to make us believe that they have a chance of winning, but I don't really see them winning. I see the Bludgeon Brothers winning this, and I don't expect this match to go more than 10 minutes, to be perfectly honest. It's just a shame, because the tag team division on SmackDown is arguably better than Raw, and they're not really showcasing the tag team champions very good, or the whole division for that matter. What do you think, Big G?
Well, I have to agree with you, Kyle. This match, I have really no interest in. Like you said, the Bludgeon Brothers really haven't been on TV since WrestleMania. They've had the backstage not interviews, but promos. And to be honest, I wish they would fight Sanity, but Sanity hasn't been brought up to the main roster.
Yeah.
I have nothing against the Good Brothers, Anderson and Gallows, but I'm going with the Good Brothers to win the tag team titles on the kickoff match, and maybe, just maybe, they can bring some credibility back to the division and we have some good matches. with them. Stone Cold Grandpa, let's go to you.
Well, I don't see how you put a tag team title match on a pre-show. It's ridiculous. You know, it has no credibility. I mean, I don't even know why they do these stupid pre-shows in the first place. If you have a card, just start the card. You know, I've had this rant before. I don't even understand it, but they do it, and there's no logic to it. But Gallows and Anderson have been buried for so long. I like the Bludgeon Brothers. I like their gimmick. I just like them. So I'm going to go with the Bludgeon Brothers to retain. So that's my feeling.
Excellent pick. So for this match, it's like one of the matches that I don't even care less about it, let alone the fact that now the club has like a title shot. And as I stated before on one of the predictions video in the past, that since the club has been drafted to SmackDown Live, I think there's just like a chance that they're going to regain their credibility, especially the fact that they're now reuniting with AJ Styles. I mean, I thought we're going to see like the club with Finn Balor when they used to be on Raw, but then the draft happens and then so on and so far. And regarding with the Bludgeon Brothers, I mean, again, we haven't seen them on TV in a while except for like backstage promos. And they only have is like, what, 1 or 2 title defenses? I mean, come on now. I'm going to go ahead with my pick because I feel that there's going to be a new champ that's going to happen. And my pick is going to be the club to be the SmackDown Tag Team Champion. And if they win, that's going to bring the tag team division a lot better. Don't you agree, guys?
I think so.
I agree, but I don't know. I just don't really see them getting past the Bludgeon Brothers because, I don't know, like they've been building so long for the Bludgeon Brothers to be tag team champions, and now they're tag team champions. And if they lose the titles already, then what was the point of building all that up before WrestleMania? So
you know what would be like funny but sad at the same time? What if Sanity debuted on the kickoff show?
Oh man. Yeah, that would be pretty nice, but then it's kind of like, you know,
It'd
what
be
they're
sad.
all yeah, it is sad and depressing at the same time too. But let's just hope it's not going to happen, but we'll see what's going to happen during the kickoff pre-show match. But anywho, let's move on here to the main card right here. And for the opening of the match, and I feel that this is probably going to be the start of the match. The singles match between Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal, a.k.a. Jinder Mahal. Let's go ahead and start off with you, Geoff.
Oh, wonderful. So, Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal.
this match is wonderful.
I think they're doing this match on purpose. That way everybody walks out of the arena and says, screw WWE. But I really have nothing to say about this match. This build-up has been pretty much lackluster. I mean, yeah, you've had Roman spear Jinder through a cardboard wall. You had Jinder cost Roman Reigns qualifying match. I could care less about this match. I'm going with the freaking modern-day Maharaja Jinder Mahal to win this match. Interstate Kyle, you go.
Just like Big G just gave us a few botches, I expect a few botches in this match. I also think that this match is absolutely pointless. And if this match main events, like, speaking of sanity, we're going to freaking, like, where's the sanity in this damn match? Like, who thought this was a good idea? Like, honestly. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not going to explode or anything like that, but, you know, I've bet against Jinder Mahal before, and it's cost me my hair. I just buzzed my hair off recently just because I wanted to, and it's summertime. But, you know, I got to agree with Big G. I got to go with Jinder Mahal here. I know Cindy doesn't want to hear it, but, you know, the way they've been booking Roman Reigns lately, it just wouldn't surprise me if Jinder Mahal won this match. And the other Singh brother is due to come back anytime from injury, and I could see that playing a role in this match, possibly. Who knows?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But my prediction is Jinder Mahal, and I hate to say that. Well, I really don't because it's Roman Reigns. But Grandpa, what do you got to say?
Well, we got Roman Stains and Jinder Malox. Well,
Oh, jeez.
I have to agree with Kyle. I don't even see the point of this match. I really don't. Are they burying Roman Reigns now? And I don't know. All logic would say that Roman Reigns should win this match, but I got a bad feeling. I think Jinder Mahal may pull this thing out. I don't really know. I could care less about this match. I think it's really stupid. I don't know what they're doing here with. They're either going to push Roman Reigns or they're not going to push Roman Reigns. I have no idea what's going on here. So I'm going to go. I got a bad feeling. I'm going to go with Jinder Mahal also.
Wow, 3 people with Jinder on this video.
Well, when I heard about that they're going to have a match at Money in the Bank, well, the Chicago crowd is not going to be happy at all. And I could even imagine that they're going to be crapping on to this match the whole time. Hell, this is going to be one of the Chicago hijack of this match. And if they put it in the main event match, which God forbid it's not going to happen, then everybody's going to walk down for that match. So regarding with that build-up, it's so stale to the point where that there has been no solid storyline for both Roman and Jinder. Yes, I'm saying Jinder correctly, guys. And knowing the fact that we're going to see the returning Samar from his injury, that's going to cause a play of it. I'm going to have to go ahead with my pick, and due to WWE logic, the babyface is going to have to win, of course. My pick, it's going to have to be as the big dog, Roman Reigns. So, yeah, I'm picking Roman. You guys are picking Jinder, so.
Yeah, you're the Jinder. You just can't.
Don't hinder the Jinder, baby.
Yeah, I'm just.
The modern day Maharaja.
Yeah, I'm trying to maintain my composure, or else I'm going to go on full rage mode regarding of it. But let's go ahead and move on to this match that I don't even care about. So,
Jinder.
Alrighty, let's move on here.
So Chicago cheers Jinder Mahal, though. How great would that honestly be?
There are going to be so many boos in that crowd.
You know what? You know what they should do? The crowd, they should all bring Malox bottles and throw them in the ring when they have the match.
That would be awesome.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, let's go ahead and move on here before we get all carried away. So, next up. Alrighty. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on here. So, next up we have is the SmackDown Women's title match between the champ, Carmella, versus the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka. So, I'm going to go ahead and start off with that. So far, Carmella as a SmackDown Women's Champion seems to be by far the most annoying gimmick ever. Not a gimmick, but like her personality seems to be off on my end. Even though she's the one that's like bragging about how much she beat Charlotte Flair twice. And we already saw what happened at Backlash. Like, I have to agree with what Dave Meltzer had to say. That was by far a 1 out of 5 star between Carmella and Charlotte Flair at Backlash. Now, I'm glad that Asuka is going to have like a title shot for that, because like she needs to like regain her momentum. Ever since that she's been drafted to SmackDown, like she has like more of like a losing and the wedding streak, like kind of like a balancing act. And I feel that it's time that we're going to have like more of like a female competitor. Especially what we have is that Miss Money in the Bank ladder match is going to happen, which we're going to get into that later on. So I'm going to go ahead with my pick, because I feel that this is going to be by far the time that we need some real competitors. So my pick is going to be Asuka to be the new SmackDown Live Women's Champion. And we could definitely see like more of a competition as well. So let's go ahead, start off with you, Grandpa.
Well, Yeah, I agree with you. I think Carmella, she's just annoying. She's not quite as bad as those two Aussie broads. I can't remember what
Oh.
The Iconics.
But I
The
can't stand
Iconics.
them either. I forget.
Oh
I can't
my
remember what their
God.
name is. But anyhow, I would like to see Asuka win this match, but I don't think she's going to. Sorry. I think we're out of control here. But anyhow,
It's all right. We're having fun.
I don't. They buried Asuka they buried her right after WrestleMania. So I really don't know. I don't think Carmella is going to be gone anytime soon. So I'd like to see Asuka win it because I agree she would bring more credibility to the title, and there'd be a lot of good storylines coming out of that with some of the other women wrestlers. But that's another one of these. I got a bad feeling. I'm starting to get my chronic diarrhea back, and I feel like Carmella's going to win that match. So there's going to be some shenanigans happen. So I'm going to go with Carmella.
Okay. And what about you, Kyle?
So just because you're annoying and you come off and just like annoy people, that doesn't make you a great heel. Like, I've seen this so many times in the past, like people just come out there and be annoying. It doesn't make you a great heel. One, she really didn't have any credibility when she had that Money in the Bank briefcase to begin with because James Ellsworth basically gave it to her. Remember that? And then when she cashed in Money in the Bank, she did it after the Iconics debuted and attacked Charlotte. I mean, of course we're going to see a heel take advantage of a beatdown or situation, whatever. But the thing is, Carmella doesn't bring the credibility that the SmackDown Women's title needs. And in my opinion, she just can't seem to, like, I get it, like, she's trying to draw heat from the crowd, but just being annoying really doesn't, like, come off as a great heel to me. It really doesn't. So, with that said, Asuka I think she still can be fixed, and, like, if she won this Sunday, I think she can definitely be fixed, and she really hasn't been doing that great since she lost to Charlotte at WrestleMania, and that's probably because of the booking. But I really hope that Asuka wins, and she's going to be my prediction because she needs to bring some credibility back to that title. And if Carmella keeps holding that title for much longer, I mean, who is she going to keep beating realistically on SmackDown? I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
If she, it just wouldn't entertain me, and I'm not entertained by her title reign. Big G, take it away.
Well, first of all, Mella is money. I've lost complete faith in Asuka. I'm starting not to like Asuka anymore. Carmella is my girl. She's going to retain the title, and then eventually down the road, whoever wins Money in the Bank will cash it in on her and then win the title. That's my prediction, Carmella.
Well, we have like different choices to make, but again, we'll see what's going to happen. Especially we have is the Miss Money in the Bank ladder match that's going to be happening, which we're going to get into that later on as well, you guys. So let's just hope and pray this match better be much better than Carmella versus Charlotte Flair's match at Backlash. So anywho, let's go ahead and move on to the next match, which is a singles match between Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass. And let's go ahead and start off with you, Big G.
Well, we saw this match back at Backlash, and we saw Daniel Bryan get the victory over Big Cass. I think this feud is getting a little bit better. Big Cass is doing as a much better heel than I thought he would be doing. Daniel Bryan, he's doing a lot better now that he's coming back since his injury. But I see Daniel Bryan winning this match and ending this feud and moving on to the next feud. Interstate Kyle, let's go to you.
All right, so the first match between these two was okay. I wouldn't say it was bad or good. It was just okay to me. Big Cass, I still think, has a little bit of improving to do in the ring, and I'm sure we'll see that in due time. His promo work has been pretty good. I'll admit that. That's one thing I like about Big Cass is he's really finding himself on the mic, and he's learning how to play to the crowd and draw heat in a realistic way. Like, he's doing a really good job of drawing heel heat. Not too many people are actually doing it.
Like tonight with the whole height requirement thing. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like he's doing it like a lot. Not very many heels can draw real heel heat, but I think Big Cass is doing pretty well for himself in that regard. And I love Daniel Bryan's new finisher, that heel hook. Man, I wish I hope he keeps using that for in the future and stuff like that.
Yep.
So Big Cass has been really doing a lot of numbers on Daniel Bryan. So that leads me to believe that Daniel Bryan's going to win this match, and where he goes from here, I really hope he'll start moving into a feud with The Miz around SummerSlam time, and hopefully with a match that we'll talk about later on here. I hope to elaborate on why I think this match with The Miz is going to be a lot more interesting once it gets going, and hopefully it happens sooner than later, because the longer we wait, I think the less we're going to care about it. I mean, look what they're doing with Sasha and Bayley, for example.
Yeah.
So my official prediction is going to be Daniel Bryan, and he's going to move on from Big Cass. And where's Big Cass go from here? Not really sure, unfortunately. I can't really see where he goes from here, but
house shows.
I guess what?
House shows.
Oh. We love
her. Yes. Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and give him his thoughts. What do you think, Gary?
Yeah.
I agree. This is the David and Goliath story. You know, you got the big giant guy against the little guy, and Daniel Bryan is going to win and move on. I agree that there's a storyline here going to start up between Daniel Bryan and The Miz, just for the simple fact that they pretty much hated each other. You know, when Daniel Bryan was the general manager of SmackDown. So I don't see Daniel Bryan losing this match. As far as where is Cass going to go, that's a good question. You know, he's going to be who's he going to start up a feud with? You know, at this point, if that's the whole thing. I know they talked about having maybe Cass and the Miz hooking up later on down the road or something, but we'll just have to see what happens. But my prediction is Daniel Bryan to win.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with all you guys, because, like, knowing how the whole feud between Daniel Bryan and Big Cass just seems to get a little bit better. At first, myself, Aaron, TJS, and Virtue, we all picked Big Cass to beat Daniel Bryan at Backlash. But look what happened. Daniel beat Big Cass. And we were all, like, dumbfounded. Like, what's going to happen with Big Cass's character, and how's it going to go from there? But I'm glad that they're continuing on with the feud, especially with Big Cass, like, having, like, an impromptu injury, that it kind of, like, brings, like, more of an effect of the feud so far. Especially, like, having a back and forth promo for these two. And so I'm going to have to say is Daniel Bryan's going to be the one that's going to win the match against Big Cass. And regarding what's going to happen with Big Cass, I'm going to have to agree with you, Grandpa, that Big Cass should be aligned with The Miz and then go from there. But we'll see how it's going to turn out during the match and the aftermath of it as well. But let's go ahead and just move on to the next match, which is going to be the Miss Money in the Bank ladder match. So the contenders is Ember Moon versus Charlotte Flair versus Alexa Bliss versus Becky Lynch versus Natalya versus Lana versus Naomi versus Sasha Banks. So in the old fashion of NoDQ.com, when it comes to Money in the Bank, we're going to pick 2 potential winners. So let's go ahead and start off with you, Kyle. Who are your 2 picks? And what do you think of this whole build-up?
Oh, man. The SmackDown side has been definitely a little bit better than the Raw side. Actually, maybe not a little bit, but probably by a lot. to be perfectly honest. And before you mentioned the names, I really couldn't name more than 4 people in this match, if I'm being honest. I'm being perfectly honest. That's how much I pay attention.
Yeah.
With that said, the 2 people I want to win are going to be my number 1 pick, Becky Lynch. She deserves it. She has been floundering for the better part of a year and a half, maybe closer to 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And she had a really good promo on SmackDown this earlier tonight when she said that she's tired of being like remembering the past. She wants to be in the present.
Yes.
In the present. My number 2 pick, I'm gonna say Natalya, only because a potential cash in with Ronda Rousey or a betrayal of Ronda Rousey later on down the road. It may not happen this Sunday. It may happen later. Who knows? But Natalya deserves it. Again, she had the SmackDown Women's title last year. It hasn't really been doing much since. Those are 2 people I really want to see succeed. Stone Cold Grandpa, what do you think?
Boy, that's I agree with you. I think the women's division is really screwed up right now. Their storylines and you've got all this potential out there, but oh man. I'm gonna go outside the box here a little bit. I think they've kind of been pushing Amber Moon a little bit here.
Ember,
is that her name? Ember?
Yes,
Ember.
Ember.
It's
Sorry
okay.
about that.
It's all good.
That's close enough. At least I'm in the right alphabet. But anyhow, yeah, I'm gonna go with her. And then I got another real bad feeling in my gut too about this Money in the Bank thing, and I could just see WWE trying to pull this crap with. No, I just lost her name. Rusev's wife. What's
Lana.
her name? Lana. Because I just got this bad feeling on this Money in the Bank that there's going to be they might pull this husband and wife thing.
Oh God.
And I hate to say that, I really do, but I
She
hope
lost
they
her
don't.
accent, by the way.
I really hope they don't, but I'm just going to go with I'm going to go that direction just to get the juices flowing here. So those are my picks.
Okay. Well, looks like for that women's Money in the Bank ladder match, it seems pretty solid, especially for like both the Raw side and for the SmackDown side. I mean, that's the only, one of the feuds that I'm actually like more drawn into it compared to like some other matches has been building up. And so far, I'm going to go ahead with my 2 picks. So my number 1 pick is I feel that she's the only legitimate heel in the ladder match. And I feel that there's possibly going to be some shenanigans going on because we have is her tag team partner that's probably going to like kind of cause some of the interference for that. So my first pick is going to be is Alexa Bliss. I would love to see her holding that briefcase and just have it in more of a long run. Or I have like another theory of it, which I'm going to get into that later on in one of the matches. And my second pick is I feel that she definitely deserved to have that briefcase added to her resume, especially the fact that if Asuka wins that SmackDown Women's title, we may gonna see a possible part 2, but with different champs. So my second pick is gonna be Charlotte Flair. And now regarding with any other contenders, I'll be happy if it can be anybody but Sasha Banks or, heaven forbid, Lana. I'm going to throw it out there. If Lana wins the Miss Money in the Bank briefcase, you guys in the No DQ Galaxy will have to let me know which makeup look would you like me to put on. It can be any crazy makeup look, like it can be clown makeup, goth makeup, anything. Just like comment down below, and then I can definitely choose my top 3 pick, and it'll be announced on my Twitter page as well. So again, if Lana wins that Miss Money in the Bank ladder match, I'll wear some crazy makeup look. So yeah,
You sure, huh?
Yeah.
You should dye your hair like Lana.
Yeah.
Well, it's still in the process, but it's still in the process. But I'd rather do the makeup first, so just to be on the safe side for that. So anyway, let's go ahead and moving on to you, Certified G. Who are your 2 picks and stuff?
Well, my first pick, it's well deserved. She needs it. She needs something. Like Kyle said, she's been floating around for the past almost 2 years now. She was the first woman drafted on SmackDown, the first SmackDown Women's Champion. Of course, I'm talking about Becky Lynch. I think she really deserves it. As far as my second pick, I've been thinking about this long and hard all day. I'm going to agree with Stone Cold Grandpa because Lana is the best. Lana, number 1. I am going with Lana. I think Lana has the potential, but nobody has given her the chance yet. I'm sure she could do something with it, especially if her and Rusev become Mr. and Mrs. Money in the Bank.
Hey,
Those are my 2 predictions. Cindy, on to the next match.
Alrighty, so let's go ahead and move on here. So next up, we have is a singles match that what kayfabe Candy-ass would say the worst feud of the year for NoDQ.com, which is Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn. So let's go ahead and start off with you, Stone Cold Grandpa.
Oh boy, this is I don't care for Bobby Lashley, and I can't stand Sami Zayn. I never have, and never could. The cab driver. I wish he'd get rid of that. I'm sorry. I get a lot of heat from that every time I do a video with Interstate Kyle about Sami Zayn. I always go off on a rant. I just can't stand him. I just don't like this. I mean, it's not that I don't like Sami Zayn. I just don't like the storylines that they write for him. Write for these guys. The storylines are really stupid. Bringing in the, insulting Bobby Lashley. The guy is a great athlete. He does have skills. He's fought in the mixed martial arts and everything, and he's won quite a few matches. So the guy has talent. If I had to guess and make my prediction, I'm going to say that Sami Zayn's going to win.
All right. So I'm going to have to say this. Well, I don't give 2 crap about this match whatsoever, especially with that whole feud going on. Like, it was by far one of the most cringiest feud ever. Like, you have is that whole Bobby sister segment. That was by far bad. Like in the beginning, like you have is Renee Young interviewing Bobby Lashley and how Bobby was talking about his sister. In my mind, I knew for a fact that WWE is going to be doing something with Bobby's family. And now, lo and behold, the whole Bobby sister segment, that was so horrid. Like, hell, that even put last year's, like, Bailey's This Is Your Life segment slightly better because of Alexa Bliss's promo. But anywho, I just wish this is going to be the only feud that's going to end it all. And I just wish that they better salvage Bobby Lashley's WWE run because, honestly, his Impact Wrestling run is so much better than his current run in WWE. And again, I'm not such a huge fan of his theme entrances. Like, I'm gonna have to go ahead with my pick right now, and my pick is if he can able to save his butt in WWE, he better win. So my pick is gonna be is Bobby Lashley to win the match, and hopefully later on a heel turn. I really want to see Bobby Lashley turn heel. And what about you, Kyle?
Worst feud of the year. Really, I think Jinder Mahal versus Roman Reigns is also a good contender for that. As well as Sasha versus Bayley, because where's that going? Anyways. Really, like, Bobby Lashley is a fantastic athlete. He really is. I think he's 15-2 in MMA. Do not quote me, but I think I read somewhere that he was like something like that in MMA. He's a fantastic athlete. He always has been. He's in his 40s and still doing the crazy things that he was doing on Monday Night Raw, which is pretty impressive. But he's being exposed on the mic. He's not the greatest promo. He should just be an ass kicker. He should be just going out there, kind of like Brock Lesnar, just beating people up, or Braun Strowman. Like, I think he'd get over a lot more that way. And he should really beat Sami Zayn in less than 10 minutes. Like, because if it's a competitive match, then really, like, then you're just making Bobby Lashley seem like everybody else on the roster, and you don't want to do that. And was he really that hyped? Like, was his return really that hyped to begin with? I mean, come on, let's be honest. I don't think a lot of people really cared if he came back or not. I mean, let's just be honest. But my pick is going to be Bobby Lashley, and I feel bad for Sami Zayn because he's kind of like the. I don't know where he goes from here. I really hope he kind of reunites with Kevin Owens because those two together are pretty freaking awesome. But I really hope Bobby Lashley wins for his sake. And hopefully that they both move on to bigger and better things than this storyline. Yeah. What do you think, Big G?
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I feel bad for both guys. They've been put in this crappy storyline. Like you said, the whole three sisters of Bobby Lashley. I did enjoy the whole little obstacle course because it kind of showed Bobby's athleticism. I think he did the course like in 45 seconds, which was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Typical WWE, though. Sami Zayn attacked him from behind, gave him a haluva kick, and I think that was like the best part of their whole feud. Lashley needs to win, like you guys said, in less than 10 minutes. I'm predicting he'll win the match in at least 5 minutes. So that's my pick, Bobby Lashley.
Alrighty, so we all have like some different picks for it. We'll just see what's going to happen. Again, hopefully later on, Bobby Lashley will turn heel, and hopefully Sami and Kevin reunited and start heading back to the tag team division because the Raw tag team division is still lacking. So anywho, let's go ahead and move on here. So next up we have is the singles match for the WWE Intercontinental title match, which you have is the champ, Seth Rollins, versus Elias. Let's go ahead and start off with you, Big G. What do you think?
Wow, finally a match that I care about on this card.
Yes.
All these other matches, besides the two Money in the Bank ladder matches. So this feud began with Seth Rollins interrupting Elias during a song, and later on in the evening, Seth Rollins was celebrating on the table, and Elias comes out and attacks him with his guitar. Awesome. Mm-hmm. Next couple weeks, they go back and forth. Elias got a pinfall over Seth Rollins in a tag team match, which was pretty cool. Then yesterday, John Mayer, not Jay-Z, supposedly gave him a guitar with the IC title on it and said, "Walk with Elias," which was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool guitar.
Waiting for the
Seth Rollins comes out, and typical WWE, they play it out, saying, "Okay, we're gonna auction the guitar." All right, cool. He's like, "Never mind." Puts it down in the middle of the ring. He says those 3 words: "Burn it down, baby, burn it down." He curb stomps the guitar. I think this will be the match of the night because Seth Rollins he's been red hot, white hot, whatever you want to call him. Elias is getting up there as well. But I'm sticking with my boy Seth freaking Rollins to retain the IC champ. Stone Cold Grandpa, on to you.
I agree with you. I think this feud is going to go on for a while. This kind of reminds me of I don't know if you guys remember the Honky Tonk Man.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yes.
He used to do the same thing with breaking guitars on people and stuff.
Yeah.
They've just spiced it up now and brought that stupid storyline back. I'm not in favor of it. I think it's okay. I think it's a pretty, if it's done right, which this has been done right. But I still think that Seth Rollins is going to retain. He's going to give some credibility to that title, and this feud's with him and Elias is going to go on for a while. It'll probably go on, probably till SummerSlam or maybe even longer than that. So but I'm still gonna go with Seth Rollins to win it.
Okay, alrighty, and this is the only match I'm actually super looking forward to it, especially the fact that you have both Seth Rollins being the IC champ, has been dominating for that title, and then you have his Elias. Even though at first I wasn't even a fan of Elias, but he kind of completely grew on me big time. And knowing these two feuds has been by far the most entertaining build-up that ever happens. I'm going to have to go ahead with my pick because I believe that there should be a new champion and that feud better continue on to SummerSlam. And so my pick is going to be Elias to be the new Intercontinental Champion because I see a lot of potential with him. Like, he has the charisma. He has good mic skill. He knows how to work the crowd very well. And, of course, he is a musician. Duh. So I could definitely see him holding that title, but pretty much for a short run. And so far, and I would like to see a continuation feud with Seth and Elias. So what about you, Kyle?
Oh, man. Like you said, this is like one of the only matches I'm actually looking forward to. I love Elias. He's really grown on me this year a lot. But the thing is, I love Seth Rollins just as much. Yeah. It's really hard to pick. It really is. Yeah. Here's the thing. To quote Geoff Meacham, I think Dean Ambrose is due to return fairly soon. And I would like to think that once he returns, he's going to feud with Seth Rollins for the Intercontinental Championship. Yeah. It just makes sense. Just based on that logic, I'm going with Seth Rollins to retain. And whenever Dean Ambrose is coming back, he's going to feud with Seth Rollins for the title, and that'll probably be one of the feuds of the year, to be perfectly honest. So that's my pick, Seth Rollins. Let's keep it going.
Totally. So hopefully this is going to be one heck of a match, especially that's going to keep the crowd, motivated. I mean, Chicago, of course. Yeah. So anyway, you guys, let's go ahead and move on here. So next up you have is the Raw Women's title match between the champ, Nia Jax, versus Ronda Rousey. So I'm going to go ahead and give out my thought. At first, I thought in paper, Nia Jax versus Ronda Rousey for the title is money. I expected that match to be at SummerSlam. But now in Money in the Bank, that is too soon. We all know what happened. It started at the red carpet for an event for NBC. And then you have is Ronda talking about a title opportunity. I know she was with Charlotte, of course. And then Nia come by. And then she started kind of having kind of a friendly chat to Ronda saying, would you care to challenge for that title? And so that's went down for that. And then you have is the freaking contract signing. Really now? How many contract signing do we need to see prior to that match? Because it's kind of been a overkill for that. And so far with that whole build-up for it, it kind of proves that WWE is booking Nia as a champion completely bad. For the fact that Nia did beat Alexa Bliss at Backlash, and then she gave kind of the whole be a star anti-bullying speech, and then a couple weeks later, you have Nia being a bully. I mean, this is so horrible, and I feel bad for Nia that, her title run is not that the way that it's supposed to be expecting to be, and so I'm going to have to go ahead with my pick because I have a feeling this is going to be happening, but I'm going to throw a theory. My pick is going to be Ronda Rousey to be the new Raw Women's Champion. And she'll have her first few minutes of her glory until someone who is a winner from the Miss Money in the Bank briefcase, whether it can be Ember, Sasha, or Alexa, coming out and cash in. I would love to see Alexa come out and cash in and beat Ronda to win that Raw Women's title. So that's my pick, Ronda Rousey to be the Raw Women's Champion. And let's go ahead and start off with you, Kyle. Your thoughts?
So I am just not a fan of this storyline, especially with Nia Jax. I mean, it was kind of, her title reign really started in poor taste to begin with the whole Alexa Bliss bullying storyline. And it just hasn't been, and I even predicted this, that she was not going to be a very long-term champion. I predicted this, like I think a month ago or something like that. And I just see Ronda Rousey winning the match, and I'm going to just throw a curveball and say there is no cash-in. She's just going to straight up win the match, and that's pretty much it. Big G, give us your thoughts.
Well, I think this was a weird feud to begin with. I mean, you have the champion challenging a challenger. All right. Then last night on Raw, you gave away Nia Jax tapping out to Ronda Rousey's armbar.
Yeah.
And then you had the freaking timekeeper ring the bell like it was a match.
Like, why?
Anyways,
Mark, you just made the list.
I'm going with my girl, Ronda Rousey, to win the Raw Women's title, and there won't be any cash-in. I feel they're going to do it because she is going into the UFC Hall of Fame. So, Ronda Rousey is my pick. Stone Cold Grandpa, let's go to you.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. Personally, Nia Jax to me is the female Braun Strowman. There's no way in hell there's any of those women could beat her. And maybe Charlotte on a good day. But being that Ronda Rousey is there now, here to stay with her $1 million contract, for there's no way that that WWE is gonna have her lose that match. She's gonna get the title. I don't think there's gonna be a cash in at this pay-per-view, but maybe down the road, there probably will be with Alexa Bliss cashing in sometime down the road. But unless she has a stable or something, a bunch of the wrestlers come in after the match and beat up Ronda Rousey. I don't know, but I don't think that's going to happen at this pay-per-view. So my prediction is Ronda Rousey's going to win.
All right, so we all agree that it's going to be Ronda Rousey for the win, and the question is, what's going to happen to Nia? I mean, I feel that if Nia lost, then she's going to be lost in a complete shuffle. Don't you agree, guys?
Put her against the Riot Squad for all I care.
Yeah. It's the same. See, she's in the same boat that she's going to end up either going into some other storyline or going berserk or something. I don't know. Maybe she will. I don't know. But she's almost in the same position that Big Cass is in right now.
Yeah.
And
very true.
There's always house shows, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, good one.
It's not. I'm not saying anything because Nia Jax is she's a workhorse. She really is. She doesn't deserve that. I like Alexa Bliss. I think she's a great heel, but let's give somebody else a chance. Come on. We don't need to go back into that Alexa Bliss storyline again for a while. Anyhow, that's my feeling. Because they do this, it's always the same. They always go full circle and come back to the same crap again. And it's just, I'm kind of tired of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd like to see something different.
Exactly.
That's why I've always said that they should create a women's tag team title. Give these women something to do. Have a Raw women's tag team title and a SmackDown women's tag team title. Give these women something to do. Give them something to shoot for. They've only got one title on each show, and that's it.
Exactly.
Well,
So
I think all the women should be on one show in general because it's kind of I think there's only 8 women on the SmackDown roster, and yeah.
Well, they could add more to it. They got plenty of women. They're trying to bring up these, the other women from NXT. So, you're always going to have an influx of talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have is Selena Vega, who is currently managing Andrade Cien Almas. I mean, I did see her match against Candice LeRae at NXT right before she got called up. She still has incredible talent. So maybe we're probably going to see her as a in-ring competitor very soon. So yeah. I would like to see that happening. So
yeah, Selena Vega.
Yeah, but wishful thinking.
The biggest problem that WWE has right now is they have no credibility on any of their titles.
Exactly.
You have to be you got Brock Lesnar, of course, now with beating CM Punk's streak. With only defending the title 10 times. I mean, come on, give me
wrong
a break.
title.
You got a ghost champion that shows up, once in a while. So
I saw a milk carton that says the Universal title was missing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
yes.
That's just not what that's not the way to go.
No, it really isn't.
I understand. I know why they did that. There's a reason for it, and everybody knows what it is. But
exactly.
But I don't know. I guess we should move on.
Yeah. So we'll talk about the Universal title later on after one of the main event matches. So let's go ahead and go to that next match, which is going to be the last man standing match for the WWE champion, which you have the champ AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Let's go ahead and start off with you, Stone Cold Grandpa Gary. Your thoughts?
Oh boy, here we go. I'm so
tell us how you really feel.
I really, this really should be a great match, but the problem is I'm so sick and tired of this storyline between these two guys. They both have tremendous talent. I really like AJ Styles I'll just make my prediction right now. I'd like to see AJ Styles retain the title. For the simple fact is I don't like these storylines where, I don't like the character that Nakamura is in right now. He could be a heel, he could turn heel, and that's fine, but not in the storyline that they've got him in right now. I just don't like the storyline.
Yeah.
Personally, I wish that this whole thing would just go away. Have a match, whoever wins the match, whatever, whatever, that's it, and then move on. But AJ Styles is such a great champion, and he's got a lot of heat. The fans love him. I don't know what's going to happen if Nakamura wins the title. If they're going to start feuding, they'll completely feud probably all the way up until the next WrestleMania. I don't see it. I just don't see where this is going to end up. What kind of storyline are they going to come up with after, if Nakamura wins the title?
Yeah.
What's going to happen next? They're going to continue this on. I'd like to see it end and something else go on, but I just don't see it. So, but I'm going to say I want AJ Styles to retain. That's my pick.
Excellent choice. Now, with the whole feud going on, I honestly feel that this should be the last feud we can all expect it to be. I mean, AJ's and Shinsuke's feud in New Japan, it's actually much better than their current feud here in WWE. Match-wise in WWE, I feel that their match at the Greatest Royal Rumble is by far much better than their feud in WrestleMania and Backlash, minus that whole ending no contest crap. So this should be, again, the last time we're going to see these two in the same ring, and hopefully this is be as much better as anybody else. And hell, both of the guys should wear cups, because the whole low blow crap, it's kind of mind-boggling. And especially their contract signing, which of course, not a huge fan of the whole contract signing segment. It just shows that, AJ is the one that wanted to get his final redemption to Shinsuke for what he done to AJ at Mania. I'm going to go ahead with my pick. My pick is going to be AJ Styles to retain, because I feel that there's so many baby faces competitors going on that can take out Shinsuke Nakamura, and I could see one of the matches that's probably going to happen, maybe at SummerSlam. Hell, I would like to see Shinsuke Nakamura versus Daniel Bryan, for instance. If Daniel Bryan's not going to feud with The Miz at that time. I would like to see that. And with AJ Styles, I would like to see him versus Samoa Joe, which I'll talk about it later on in a second. But anywho, let's go ahead and start off with you. Certified G.
Oh my God. Will this feud ever end? So, Nakamura lost his match at WrestleMania, right?
Yes.
Did he ever compete for another #1 contendership? No.
Nada.
Gave him a match at the Greatest Royal Rumble. Gave him another match at Backlash. Yeah, both of those matches ended in a no count out or double count out, whatever the hell you want to call it nowadays. I could give two rats' asses about this match. I'm going with AJ Styles to retain. Nakamura can go back to Japan for all I give a damn.
Oh my God!
What?
AJ Styles. AJ Styles needs to feud with Daniel Bryan or Samoa Joe. Have a great feud with them. Nakamura, I speak no English either, and you can just go. I'm done with this dude. I'm done with this dude.
All right, Kyle, let's go with you. You're the last one up.
Sorry. Okay. Whew.
Follow
Does
that.
this match stipulation make any sense? Because they didn't get up for a 10 count at Backlash.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we having a last man standing match if neither of them answered the 10 count at Backlash?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So AJ Styles has been I don't think AJ Styles has made event at the pay-per-view since Fastlane.
Something like
this
that.
needs to be the main event. I don't know. If Roman Reigns and Jinder's the main event, then oh my goodness, this match needs to be the main event because it's the WWE Championship. As far as who wins, I don't want to see Nakamura win the title because AJ Styles has been doing tremendous with that title. In my opinion, it's probably, the storyline's kind of dragged the prestige down a little bit, in my opinion, but it's still a prestigious title, way more prestigious than the Universal title ever will be. And with that said, AJ Styles has also been holding the title for quite a long time now. He's been holding it for almost 220 days. He just passed Seth Rollins' reign from a couple of years ago. And I don't see him losing the title until maybe SummerSlam or maybe later. I don't know how long he's going to hold the title, but I'd love to see Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, I'd love to see Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles or The Miz versus AJ Styles. There's just a lot of possibilities. And it doesn't matter if you're heel or face. AJ Styles can make a good match out of, really anything, really. Look, he brought out Brock Lesnar's best match in years.
Mm-hmm.
AJ Styles is the man, and he needs to keep the title. And if Nakamura wins it, then I might just boycott SmackDown.
Yeah,
I'm already boycotting Raw. And I'll just go ahead and say it. If Shinsuke Nakamura wins, I'm not watching WWE until after SummerSlam.
Oh no! Let me ask you this, you guys. What how do you guys feel if the Chicago crowd will feel if the WWE Championship Last Man Standing match moves to the opener of the match? What will the Chicago crowd react?
Well, I don't think it'll be the opening. If anything, typical WWE, they'll put it in the middle and they'll have Jinder and Roman main event.
Yep. Which I hope not.
And here's this is the opening match. Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn will be the opening match.
Yeah, let's see.
Should have been the pre-show. Should have been the pre-show.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah, instead of the SmackDown Tag Team title match.
Right.
But...
Right.
Alrighty. So let's go ahead and move on here to a possible main event match. which is the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Here are the contenders. You have is Braun Strowman versus Finn Balor versus The Miz versus Rusev versus Bobby Roode versus Kevin Owens versus Samoa Joe versus one of the member of the New Day. Again, we're going to choose 2 potential winners and which New Day member will represent and why. And let's go ahead and start off with you, Certified G.
My 2 picks. All right. I'm gonna have to go with. I'm going out on the limb here. I think Big E is going to be in the ladder match, and he's going to win it. And my second pick, going out on the limb again, like Lana, Rusev is going to win. Those are my picks. I have nothing else to say about this match. Hopefully it's a good match. That's all I'm going to say. Interstate Kyle, let's go to you, buddy.
All right. My 2 picks are both going to be SmackDown people. My first pick, Samoa Joe. I think he needs it. I'm surprised Samoa Joe hasn't captured the title yet on the main roster. Good Lord. He deserves it. He ain't getting any younger people. And AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe at SummerSlam, man, that's money right there.
Yeah.
2 TNA guys for going for the WWE title. Only in 2018, right?
Yeah.
Anyways. Or sorry, Impact Wrestling to all you TNA soldiers out there.
Yikes.
Anyways, my number 2 is The Miz because I want to see AJ. Another scenario I would love so much is Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles at SummerSlam. The Miz cashes in Money in the Bank on Daniel Bryan after he beats AJ Styles. The story writes itself. It'd be a miracle if WWE can somehow screw this storyline up, which they probably will. It's WWE at this point. I'm not expecting much. I mean, for all I know, freaking Finn Balor can win it. It'd just be really stupid, in my opinion, if a Raw person won it, because Brock Lesnar is never there. What are you going to do? Go to his home in Saskatchewan and cash in the Money in the Bank there or something? And Brock Lesnar is from Canada now, people, believe it or not.
I know. And which New Day member would you like to see in that ladder match, Kyle?
Well, based off of history, Kofi Kingston's pretty nice in these types of matches. But you know what? I'm going to say Xavier Woods because nobody's really giving him much attention, really. I mean, he's kind of just the New Day member that's just there. I'm just going to throw a curveball and say Xavier Woods.
Okay.
What do you think, Steve?
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start off with which New Day members are going to be in the ladder match. So, okay, my pick for which New Day member is going to be Xavier Woods. Come to think of it, Kofi Kingston has been in WWE for X amount of years. He won titles. And also he has a memorable Royal Rumble moments. Big E, he won the NXT champion. He was the Intercontinental champion. And, of course, tag team champs. Of course. So I feel that Xavier would definitely deserve to be in that match, especially for having, more of a notoriety. The only thing he accomplished besides the whole, tag team champion is his YouTube channel, Up, Up, Down, Down, which, of course, I think that they're going to put him first because, as of right now, him and the New Day are going to be having, an E3 tournament against Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, which is pretty interesting. So that's, the reason why Xavier Woods should be in that ladder match. Now, regarding for my 2 picks, my first pick, he needs to have a freaking rematch for a Universal title. I've been vouching it for so long, ever since he was injured and had to relinquish the title. And of course, this shirt says it all. My pick is going to be Finn Balor. As I stated before, at the Greatest Royal Rumble review video, I'm sick and tired of Brock Lesnar being the Universal Champion because, number 1, he's not there. Number 2, I feel that it's time that we need a fresh face going on. And yes, he did beat CM Punk's title reign. I don't care if it's for a different title, but it's WWE logic, people. I would like to see the Universal title coming from the way up the bottom and going higher, especially higher than like the WWE Championship, which is not going to happen, of course. Like freaking serious WWE, please have Finn Balor be the Money in a Bank contract holder, hopefully cashing in on one of the episodes on Raw, or hell, even SummerSlam, because Brock Lesnar is going to be there at SummerSlam. I don't know which match is going to happen. Like,
Jinder Mahal versus Brock Lesnar, baby, the modern day Maharaja.
Okay, I just don't want to be going into any more rage, but let's go ahead and move on to my second pick. Yeah, you got me. Okay, my second pick is, I feel that he definitely deserved to have a WWE title shot, especially from SmackDown. I feel that if he wins that contract, we may going to see a really compelling feud going on, and I see a lot of potential. My second pick is going to be The Miz to win that contract. He probably could hold on longer, and we could see like any other endless possibility. We may see The Miz versus AJ Styles, or The Miz versus Daniel Bryan, if Daniel Bryan's going to have a match against AJ Styles for the title. All these endless possibility, you guys. And what about you, Grandpa Gary?
Well, the only way Big E's going to win that match if he's picked is that if everybody else in the ring, slips and falls on pancakes. So.
Remember when he poured syrup on himself?
Yeah, that was nice. I like that. But anyhow, my first pick is going to be The Miz, because I see a lot of potential there with Daniel Bryan, and like you said, there's a lot of potential for some really good storyline spin-offs off of that. And my second pick is going to be, I hate to say this, but I'm going to go back to it again, is Rusev, right? Because I could see Mr. and Mrs. Money in the Bank. I could see WWE doing that just to run that, shove all that garbage up the fans' face, having them come in patty caking in there with their little briefcases. It's just, it'd be so sickening, but that's how WWE is. That's how they are. I can see Road Dogg's and he's just salivating right now thinking about that storyline.
Oh my God.
I wanted to say something else, but I gotta keep it. But anyhow, as far as my pick for one of the New Days, I agree with you. I think Xavier Woods would be the best one out of the three. I think he deserves it. So anyhow, those are my picks.
Alrighty, so we all got like similar to different picks so far. And to be clarified, I'm okay if Rusev will win the Money in the Bank ladder match. Not Lana for Miss Money in the Bank. I digress. But yeah, so hopefully this pay-per-view better be has bring some expectation, even though like the build-up is still lackluster and pretty stale on the Raw side, and as well for SmackDown side, it was pretty decent. But hopefully we'll see some outcome of it as well. And real quick, would you guys like to see a possible heel turn or a face turn during that pay-per-view?
Yeah, Becky turning heel finally.
Or Sasha turning heel.
Nah, I gave up on Sasha. She should have turned heel a long time ago.
Yeah, it's true. But who knows? But we're going to have to wait and see what happened. And may finally see in-ring debut of Sanity and a possible return from Arthur's of Pain. But who knows?
Don't forget the Singh brothers, baby.
Oh, yeah. Samar Singh, of course. But anywho, let's go ahead. And that is it for our prediction video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Sorry of this whole rage because we just got frustrated about this build-up. But anywho, rest aside, let's go ahead and give out our plugs. Let's start off with you, Kyle. I know you have some pretty interesting plugs you wanted to shout out.
All right, so you guys can follow me on Twitter at Interstate Kyle. You guys can subscribe to me on YouTube at Interstate Kyle. I post videos all over this amazing country back here behind my back. Buy the t-shirt on NoDQ.com. And, of course, you guys can pledge money to my Patreon as low as $1 a month. I mean, come on, that's a great deal. Plus, it supports me, helps me kind of just live life, I guess, you know. Anyways, Big G, give us your plugs.
Oh, you guys can follow me at NoDQ_CertifiedG at Twitter, on Instagram as well. I'm on Facebook. Go to Pro Wrestling Tees, search NoDQ, get your t-shirts. If you're going to the meetup in Chicago, Aaron will have some NoDQ merch there as well. Virtue will have his Virtue Raid shirts for just a low amount of $15. So go support everybody there. Cindy, your plugs.
Alrighty, and we lost Gary, I guess. Sorry, guys, technical difficulty. But Gary, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay.
I don't know what happened. My stupid phone went into low battery. I got low battery. I don't know what happened. I think I pushed the wrong button. I'm pretty stupid, so sorry.
It's all good. Sorry, technical difficulty.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
That's all good.
Let me go ahead and do the plug. So you guys can follow me at nodq.com/Cindy. That's going to take you directly to my Twitter page. And make sure to follow me on my Instagram at simply_C_OK, where I post photo art. And also you guys make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel at simply_C_OK, where you guys can watch recent hype videos / prediction video from different independent wrestling company in my local area as well. And I did put out a music video reaction to the real one, formerly known as Enzo Amore's Phoenix. So check it out. And also, real quick announcement. So if you guys are from Bay Area or in Northern California or anywhere in California, Aaron Riff has several tickets for the New Japan Pro Wrestling presents the G1 special. So if you guys are interested to join Aaron, myself, and the rest of the group, make sure to email Aaron Riff at nodqmisc@gmail.com. Again, it's at nodqmisc@gmail.com. And yes, you guys, there is going to be an upcoming New Japan Pro Wrestling presents the G1 special prediction video on nodq.com, which let us know as well. And also, you guys, make sure to follow nodq.com for all the latest news regarding WWE and other wrestling related news. Make sure to subscribe to this channel as well, and comment down below who are your picks for the Money in the Bank prediction video, your thoughts, all the above. Make sure you like this video, share it, subscribe, and hit that bell button for notification because YouTube is acting up as well. And do you have any social media plugs, Gary, even though we can only hear your voice?
Just follow Interstate Kyle on all his social media stuff and support him. That's my plug.
Alrighty. So anyway, you guys, that is it for the video. This is Cindy G along with Interstate Kyle, Big Geoff, and Stone Cold Grandpa in voices. And hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Cheers.